How are you qualified to be president?
Because I'm good, okay? I'm so good. I know how to do it, okay? Okay. You know, you can have Ukraine, okay? I never remember.
It was supposed to be just another lighthearted appearance on late-night television. The audience was laughing, the host was smiling, and the cameras were rolling. But no one was prepared for what Dana Carvey was about to say. What started as a typical comedic segment.
Dana Carvey managed to do what panels, prosecutors, and pundits have failed to do for years. He distilled Donald Trump's entire presidential persona into a punchline so sharp it made the room laugh. And then pause, because this wasn't just parody. It
quickly spiraled into a raw and unfiltered commentary that left viewers stunned and insiders reeling. And at the center of it all, Melania Trump, what she saw on live TV, she would never forget, in the aftermath would shake the entire Trump household. Dana Carvey is known for his impressions, his jokes, his satire, but what people forget is that comedians often say the things others are too scared to admit. They hide truth and laughter, and
all clips in this video are real, public footage. Nothing here was made up. Stick around. The impersonation was funny, but Trump's reaction, that's where it gets spectacular.
Many people, excuse me, many people, excuse me, many people, excuse me, many, you gotta be happy, you gotta be happy, like, you know, happy, you gotta be, excuse me, many people, excuse me, you gotta be happy, I know a lot of happy. It's a symphony of madness, aren't you excited?
You know what?
And then came the crescendo. Dana didn't just mimic Trump's tone.
Sometimes they expose the cracks in powerful illusions. And this time, Dana wasn't hiding behind any character. He was looking straight at the camera when he dropped the bomb. He started by poking fun at Trump's mannerisms, the way he talks, his ego, and his obsession with loyalty. Classic stuff. The crowd was eating it up. But then Carvey shifted. He said something like, you know, for a guy who brags so much about being a winner, he sure can't win at keeping a wife happy. The audience laughed they realized he wasn't joking. The room shifted. Silence crept in between the chuckles. And Dana kept going. He brought up moments the public had noticed.
He'll be talking on a teleprompter, but then he'll decide to go off prompter.
Right in the middle.
Yeah. But doesn't have much to say on his own.
Right. We're gonna do a lot in these countries. Many people are gonna be very happy. And then he goes to the center. You gotta be happy, you gotta be happy.
Because when the teleprompter blinks, the real show begins. Trump goes off script only to circle back into a verbal cul-de-sac of many people, and you're gonna be happy. There's no policy, no direction, just the echo chamber of his own approval, looping like a broken GPS. And somehow it always ends with everyone being very happy, even if no one knows what he just said. But let's see what happens when that same logic is applied internationally. Still with us? Good. Because the next part makes bibliotecas sound like a State Department briefing.
The Bat One, Mr.
But never fully confronted. Melania swatting Trump's hand away on camera, her disappearing act during key events, and her icy expressions that said more than words ever could. He mentioned the now infamous rumors of separate bedrooms, of contract renegotiations post-presidency, and of her long, conspicuous absences. This isn't a first lady, Dana said. This is a hostage situation with designer heels. The crowd erupted again, but it was uncomfortable, now laughter tangled with disbelief. He wasn't telling jokes anymore. He was making statements, and every word hit like a hammer. Social media lit up instantly. Clips of the moment went viral. Within minutes, the hashtag #Melania blink twice started trending again. A grim throwback to the years of speculation that Melania was enduring, not enjoying, her role as Trump's wife. And while viewers were laughing and reposting, insiders close to the Trump camp weren't laughing at all. Melania was watching, and sources close to the situation claim she didn't just react, she collapsed. Reports from Mar-a-Lago later described a scene of panic. Melania had been in the living room watching the show with a few staffers. When the segment aired, she didn't move. As Dana kept talking, her expression reportedly changed from shock to horror to something far deeper. Something cracked inside. The stress, the years of public scrutiny, the rumors, the silence, it all exploded in that moment. She fainted. Trump was furious, not at the situation, but at the coverage. He immediately went on Truth Social, calling Dana Carvey a washed-up loser and a Hollywood puppet. But what he didn't deny, the claims about his marriage, The silence said more than any rant could, and this wasn't just about Melania. What Dana exposed hit a nerve with millions of Americans. The Trump marriage had long been shrouded in mystery, controlled optics, and forced smiles. But now, the curtain had slipped, and what lay behind it wasn't just dysfunction, it was detachment. Analysts began revisiting old interviews, photos, and footage. Remember when Melania delayed moving into the White House for months after the inauguration? At the time, the official reason was Barron's schooling, but insiders now suggest it was part of a larger negotiation. According to one source, close to the Trump family, Melania allegedly leveraged her move to Washington as a bargaining chip to renegotiate the terms of her prenup. In other words, she didn't come to the White House until she got more money. Then, there were the Christmas recordings with her former friend, where she was caught saying, "Who gives a F*** about Christmas stuff and decorations?" That wasn't just a grumpy moment, it was a window into a woman who felt trapped in a role she never wanted. And Dana Carvey, with a few brutally honest jokes, tore the lid off all of it. Pundits were split. Some defended Dana's right to joke, calling it necessary satire. Others claimed he crossed a line, turning comedy into cruelty. But everyone agreed on one thing. He said what many had thought but never dared say out loud. The Trump camp tried to do damage control. Melania was fine, they said, just a little dehydrated. But sources said otherwise. She allegedly refused to speak to Donald for days after the broadcast. Friends say she was furious not just at Dana, but at Trump. Furious that once again, her life was turned into a punchline because of his choices. But here's the thing. This moment didn't come out of nowhere. It was years in the making. From the
I like my froyo like I like my voters, white and sloppy, okay?
Wow, okay.
When asked about presidential qualities, Trump delivers a story about yogurt. In Carvey's version, the answer swerves from "don't be rude" to Kim Jong-un's tiny feet, then lands somewhere between dessert preferences and racial metaphors. It's not just off-topic, it's off-planet. Trump doesn't respond to questions. He performs himself, louder, weirder, whiter, until the original question dissolves, like Froyo in the Florida sun.
DeSantis has said recently that he thinks Trump is going woke. That's his aim.
I heard that because of the Disney thing. And Trump woke because he always goes at 10, right? He's just going to go at it more than
I'm woke like you wouldn't believe, I'm telling you. What's happening to these trans women athletes is quite frankly a disgrace. They should be allowed to compete with the girls and get in there. But people say, no, you can't do that.
People say no.
Excuse me. And I don't care if they're 6'3" with their hands and feet are like giant flippers. You gotta put them in the pool.
They got feet like kangaroos.
It looks like they're wearing jet skis when they're walking around. These are 4-footers.
Push them in the pool.
And here it is satire that slips into something eerily familiar. Carvey mimics Trump's outrage over trans athletes, but the punchlines sound like actual sound bites. Kangaroo feet, jet skis, push them in the pool. This isn't parody exaggerating the problem. It's parody catching up to reality. Because in Trump's world, policy isn't built on facts. It's built on fear, noise, and flippers. If you think that was peak absurdity, stick around. The next part dives straight into Trump's love life, with zero floaties.
What made me happy about that is there's so many, and people call him Marmalade or the Orange Man or whatever, but I like Marmalade, mountain of a man coming at you with carnal intent. Yeah.
And just when you thought the language couldn't get any more unhinged, Dana gives us the image no one asked for. A marmalade mountain of a man barreling toward you with intent. It's absurd. It's oddly specific. And yet somehow, it fits. Because when words fail, sometimes all that's left is the visual of orange chaos coming straight at you. So far, it's all been noise, flippers, cookies, and chaos. But this was personal. With one line, Carvey didn't just mock Trump's voice. He walked right into the most guarded part of Trump's life and casually lit a match. If you thought the jokes were brutal before, wait until you hear what he says about Melania.
These are called quick hits. I'm gonna go out on a limb and just say these are wild times. Trump,
I'm announcing right now, it just happened in the last 6 hours. I divorced Melania, and now I'm completely legally married to Miss Stormy Daniels, Stormy Trump, Mrs. Stormy Trump, and she can't testify against her husband, so the whole case is thrown out because of Mrs. Stormy Trump. I did it again.
This isn't a punchline. It's a full-blown legal strategy, straight from the Comedy Channel. Carvey throws out a fake marriage announcement with such deadpan delivery, you start wondering, is this parody or leaked deposition transcript? And Trump marrying Stormy just to dodge testimony? That's not satire. That's strategic fiction with benefits. Quick poll for the comments. Would you rather get roasted by Dana Carvey or be married to Mr. Stormy Trump?
Okay, Mr. Trump, what will be different about you next 4 years?
We're gonna have a new, better wife. We're gonna chain her in for a better wife. She's gonna be very beautiful. Some say Ivanka, but I'm telling you, we're looking into a lot of candidates.
And just when you think it can't get colder, Trump's hypothetical second term starts with a hypothetical wife upgrade. She'll be beautiful. Some say Ivanka. That's not a campaign plan. That's a therapy session with a punchline. But seriously, if the job interview includes must replace spouse, we might need to check what office he's running for. Let us know in the comments. Should presidential qualifications include loyalty or just ratings?
Yeah, vast majority of Americans want Donald Trump to run head first into oncoming traffic. Of course, no one is begging Donald Trump to run more than his cardiologist. Trump has all the best.
Access Hollywood tape to Stormy Daniels. From the inauguration day frostiness to her body language at public events, Melania had been screaming silently for years, and Dana Carvey just turned up the volume. Even former Trump insiders began to speak out. One ex-staffer claimed that Melania had long been planning her exit. She's done her duty. She played the part, but she's not sticking around for another circus, the source said. The minute Barron's out of the house, she's out too. And maybe that's the real reason Trump keeps running for office, because staying relevant means staying protected. Because without the spotlight, the lawsuits mount. The investigations close in, and the people closest to him, the ones who once stood by him, start walking away. Dana didn't just mock Trump's marriage, he exposed its fragility. He held a mirror up to a man who built his empire on image and ego, and revealed that even the most powerful illusion can shatter with one punchline. It wasn't long before rumors of a major rift between Melania and Donald started leaking from within the inner circle. Sources whispered about closed doors, screaming matches, and ultimatums. She reportedly demanded distance, not just physically, but publicly. And if recent appearances are anything to go by, she's gotten it. Melania hasn't been seen in public with Trump since the incident, not at rallies, not at fundraisers, not even at family events. Her absence speaks louder than any press release. And while Trump continues his campaign appearances, spinning tails and pointing fingers, there's a noticeable void beside him. The elegant figure once by his side is gone, and in her place, silence. Cold, calculated silence. People are starting to ask questions. Is Melania done playing the role? Was Dana's joke the final straw? Did the truth, once laughed at, become too real to ignore? What's certain is this: the illusion of the perfect political power couple has crumbled. Dana Carvey didn't just deliver a punchline, he delivered a reality check. And for Melania, it might have been the wake-up call she could no longer ignore. In the days following the broadcast, news outlets scrambled for answers. Some tried to get statements from Melania's team. Others dug deeper into old rumors like the supposed exit strategy Melania had drawn up after the presidency. Insiders revealed a document, never officially confirmed, that allegedly outlined Melania's financial demands in case of a public separation. It included property, security, and a strict confidentiality clause. And perhaps that's why she hasn't left yet, not because she's loyal, but because she's smart, because she knows the game, and she's playing it on her terms. Meanwhile, Dana Carvey, he remained unapologetic. It's comedy, he said in a follow-up interview. But if it hurts, maybe it's because there's truth in it. A simple statement, but one that resonated. Because comedy, at its best, doesn't just entertain, it reveals. And this time, it revealed a marriage teetering on the edge. So what happens next? Will Melania finally walk away? Will Trump double down on the narrative? Or will the truth, now out in the open, force a reckoning neither of them saw coming? One thing's for sure, when a comedian can cause this much chaos with a single joke, it's not just about laughs anymore, it's about truth, it's about power, and sometimes, it's about the people who've been silent for far too long finally being seen. Even if it takes a collapse to make it happen, the cameras may have stopped rolling, but the drama has just begun.
And the best part? He ends by wondering why he's under a gag order. Sometimes, the punchlines write themselves.
Trump, they put him at a window in McDonald's.
You got a beautiful family. Here you go, dollface. Listen, darling, we put an extra cheeseburger in there. You like the ketchup? We'll put the ketchup. Beautiful baby boy, beautiful family. Next, you're tremendous. I want a filet-o-fish underneath the podium. I want extra fries.
Everyone is sickened by the fact they get a filet of fish.
At this point, Trump isn't giving speeches. He's taking drive-through orders. Doll face, extra fries, beautiful baby boy. It's like watching a campaign rally. Directed by Ronald McDonald. And the scary part? The words are empty, but the show never stops. He's not leading, he's narrating a fast food presidency, one ketchup packet at a time.
The bad one, Mr. Donald J. Trump.
Let me tell you, this is gonna be great. It's gonna be so great. We're gonna say a lot of things. Let me tell you that. So many things like you can't believe. We're gonna say many, many things. We're gonna say them. I'm telling you. Has anyone ever told you you look like a Mexican? I'm telling you.
I am a Mexican.
I love the Mexicans. I love your people. You're tremendous people. I like your guacamole and your choo-choo chopras. I love it. I love your bibliotecas. That's library. Many Mexicans don't know that, okay?
And then there's this moment where parody stops trying to exaggerate and just starts quoting. I love the Mexicans. I love your guacamole, your choo-choo choas, your bibliotecas. You couldn't write better satire, because Trump already did. This is the kind of clip that lives on TikTok, where Gen Z doesn't need to add a punchline. They just press play.
Trump with no real sentence structure.
Frankly, let me tell you, you're gonna be seeing a lot of it. That I can tell you. I mean, when you look at it, and it didn't work out so great for so many of these people, and you're seeing it all over the place. Many people are saying, we're not those people. We don't do that, okay? So you look at what they're doing, you look at all of it, and people are very disappointed, like you wouldn't believe. Because it's a terrible deal, really a bad deal. And we're gonna be doing something very soon, and you're gonna be happy. You're gonna be seeing a lot of it. You're gonna be happy like you wouldn't believe.
This is Trump without a script, without a sentence, without a pause. Just loops of, frankly, terrible deal, and you're going to be happy, piled on like leftover slogans from failed rallies. No meaning, no message, just motion. And yet somehow, it still works on stage, because when the words collapse, the show goes on. We've seen the parody, the flippers, the cookies, the rallies that sound like fast food orders, but behind the noise, there's a longer story and one voice that's never laughed. While the world memed Trump into absurdity, Rosie O'Donnell called him what she saw from day one, a con in makeup, built for TV, and addicted to attention. And unlike the jokes,